Imagine every single thing you buy, from a cup of coffee to a massive real estate deal, is being watched by someone who can use that information to destroy you. You think your bank account is private, but in 2026, your payment data is the most valuable weapon in the world. While we have been looking at who has the gold, a secret war is raging over who controls the data behind the money. If you control the data, you know who is buying weapons, who is hiding wealth, and who is about to go broke. For decades, the USA held all the cards because of SWIFT. But right now, China and Russia are building a dark network where money moves like a ghost. They are creating a world where the West is blind and they are the ones holding the magnifying glass. This is not just about currency. It is about total financial surveillance. If you do not understand who is tracking your money, you are already losing the war. We are diving deep into the hidden battle for the world's payment data. Hello friends, welcome to Geo Unseen YouTube channel. Today we break down the hidden war over who controls the world's payment data. Payment data is like a fingerprint of your life. Every time a bank sends a SWIFT message, it contains a mountain of information. Who sent it, who got it, and what it was for. For years, the US government used this data to track terrorists and sanction countries. It was their all-seeing eye. But in early 2026, that eye is starting to go blurry. China has built the mBridge system, which is a massive digital bridge for money. As of February 2026, mBridge has already processed over $55 billion in transactions. The crazy part, over 95% of that volume is in digital yuan. This system is built on a private blockchain, which means the US Treasury cannot see a single byte of that data. China has effectively built a black box for global trade. This is a massive power shift. When you trade in dollars, the data stays in New York. When you trade on mBridge, the data stays in Beijing. In February 2026, we are seeing countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE moving their government oil payments onto this bridge. They are doing this because they want data sovereignty. They are tired of the USA snooping through their financial records every time they make a move. By switching to Chinese-led systems, they are trading one master for another, but they are gaining a shield against Western sanctions. This hidden migration is the biggest threat to the financial intelligence that the USA has relied on for 80 years. Russia is taking it even further. They have integrated their internal messaging system, SPFS, directly into China's hardware. Intelligence reports from early February 2026 suggest that Russian financial data is now flowing directly into Chinese servers in Siberia. It is a cognitive warfare nightmare. China can now monitor Russia's internal economy in real time, knowing exactly which Russian banks are weak and which ones are strong. Russia has traded its independence for a financial shield, and China is the one holding the remote control. This is the new map of the world, a split between the transparent West and the opaque East. Quick question for you guys. Would you rather have your payment data stored in a country that follows international privacy laws but can sanction you, or in a country that keeps it secret from the West but watches everything you do? Let me know in the comments, because this is the ultimate privacy trade-off of 2026. Now let us look at the actual tech that is making the USA go blind. There is a project called mBridge, and in early 2026, it has officially become the most dangerous threat to Western financial intelligence. As of right now, mBridge has processed over $55 billion in transactions. That might not sound like much compared to the trillions moving through New York, but here is the catch. Nearly 95% of that volume is in digital yuan. This is not just a currency, it is a ghost. Because it runs on a private blockchain, the data never touches a US server. This means the US Treasury cannot see who is buying what. It is a massive black box for global trade. If China wants to send money to an oil producer in the Middle East, they can do it in seconds, and the USA will not know it even happened until the oil starts moving. But the West is not just sitting there. They are fighting back with something called ISO 20022. This sounds like a boring technical code, but it is actually the most advanced surveillance standard ever created. By November 2025, SWIFT officially killed off its old messaging system and moved everyone onto this new standard. In 2026, every single payment you make through a Western bank is now rich data. This means your payment message is no longer just a few words. It is a massive file that includes your address, the reason for the payment, and even your tax ID. It is designed to be perfectly readable by AI. The USA is betting that if they can make their data the cleanest and most detailed in the world, every bank will have to use their system to stay safe. It is a battle of total transparency versus total secrecy. This is creating a massive split in the world. On one side, you have the Western banks using ISO 20022 to track every single cent with perfect accuracy. On the other side, you have the BRICS countries using Mbridge and SIPs to hide their tracks. In early 2026, we are seeing a financial iron curtain being built. If you are a country like Saudi Arabia, you are now being forced to choose. Do you want your data to be visible to Washington so you can stay in the dollar system, or do you want to hide it in the Chinese black box? Just last month, the UAE executed a massive government transaction using the digital dirham on the Mbridge platform. They are testing the waters, and the USA is watching with its heart in its mouth. Quick question for the crew. If you had to choose between a bank that knows everything about you but protects you from fraud, or a bank that knows nothing but cannot help you if your money is stolen, which one would you pick? Drop your answer below, because this is the exact trade-off that entire nations are making right now in 2026. The real secret of 2026 is that the data is the new gold. Central banks are no longer just hoarding metal, they are hoarding information. China is even allowing commercial banks to pay interest on digital yuan now, effectively turning it into a digital deposit currency. They want everyone to keep their money and their data inside the Chinese ecosystem. They are building a world where they have a 360-degree view of every transaction in Asia and Africa, while the USA is left guessing. It is a masterclass in financial warfare, and the data is the ultimate prize. We are seeing the end of the anonymous bank transfer. In the new world, every dollar or yuan you move is being indexed, analyzed, and stored. The only question is, who is the one doing the storing? Is it a server in Virginia or a server in Shanghai? The fight for the world's payment data is the hidden war of our time, and the winner will be the one who can see the most while remaining the most invisible. As we move into mid-February 2026, the battle for your payment data has reached a fever pitch. On the 1st of February 2026, the US Treasury released a report that basically confirmed their worst nightmare. China's digital yuan has grown over 800% in transaction value, smashing through the $2.3 trillion mark. But it is not just the volume that is scary, it is the silence. The USA is officially losing its financial radar. For 80 years, they could see every heartbeat of the global economy through the dollar. But in 2026, the Mbridge project has officially crossed the $55 billion threshold, with 95% of that moving in digital yuan. Every time a bank in Dubai or Bangkok uses Mbridge to settle a deal with Beijing, a light goes out in Washington. The USA is becoming blind to a massive chunk of global trade, and they are terrified of what is happening in the dark. The response from the USA has been a total lockdown. In late January 2026, President Trump signed an executive order officially banning the development of a digital dollar or any US-backed CBDC. Why? Because the US government is betting on private sector stablecoins instead. They want companies like Circle and Paxos to run the digital show, hoping that private innovation can track data better than a government agency could. It is a freedom versus control gamble. While China is building a state-run surveillance machine to watch every yuan, the USA is trying to build a wall of private digital assets to protect the dollar's dominance. It is a total fragmentation of the global financial map. By mid-2026, we are looking at a world that is split in two. One half where the data is rich and visible to the West, and one half where the data is a ghost hidden in the black box of the East. But here is the final takeaway for the Geo Unseen crew. This war over payment data is the end of the globalized world as we knew it. In the 20th century, we had one system and one set of eyes. If you want to stay ahead of this 2026 financial reset and understand how to protect your own data and wealth in this split world, make sure you hit that like button. We are witnessing the birth of a new financial reality every single day, and we are here to break it down for you piece by piece. For more mind-blowing investigations into the hidden war for power and money, subscribe Geo Unseen YouTube channel. We have a lot more secrets to share, and the 2026 landscape is just getting warmed up. Thanks for watching and for being part of the Geo Unseen crew. Stay vigilant, stay smart, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace from Geo Unseen.